Hello Leo, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. How you doing, my fire family? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for being here. Look, we have one oracle deck that we're using this week. We're going to get some energy from the oracle deck, see what the feel is for next week. I'm always reading for the week ahead. I'm doing a lot of these over the weekend, and I'm not going to be able to get them all uploaded at the same time, so you might even be getting this current week. So Leo, let's take a look at it, and at the end of this video, I am going to tell you about how to find the extended, or if you're interested in a private read. Leo, thanks for coming back, if you always do that, if you're the ride or die, and if you're somebody who's brand new, welcome. Let's find out what is going on for you in the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for you, Leo. Tell me about Leo, please. Okay, that went back in. What's this? Got the whale. It says, great worry over nothing. Right. Okay, we'll take them all. I don't like to put them back. So we've got the whale. Yeah, it says great worry over nothing. So something that you've been worrying about is going to work out just fine. We've got the ladder. It says climbing towards success. It could mean that you'd been worrying about whether they're going to offer you the promotion or the raise. It feels like you had been worrying about climbing towards success, so climbing the corporate ladder possibly. We do have the kangaroo. It says unsettled times, need to plan ahead. And then we have the clouds, temporary problems. So it does feel like there is something here that there was just nothing to worry about. And I feel like you are going to get more information about this. We'll put some tarot on it and we'll find out what is going on here. But let's look at the bottom of the deck. We've got the broken bridge. It says unsuccessful outcome to a problem. So the only reason that the bridge is going to break, Leo, is when you're not supposed to go that way. So it does feel like there's a different way for you to find your success, and it's not to go over the broken bridge. We've got the rooster. It says an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. And then we have you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So if you're the person who did not try and jump the break in the bridge, I feel like you are probably somebody who is on your way to the right path, I would say. Let's take a look at some tarot here. Leo, let's find out what's going on for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's get some clarity on it. Tell me about Leo. Tell me about Leo. Great worry over nothing. Tell me about Leo. We've got the High Priestess. So I feel as though maybe you were not necessarily listening to your intuition. A great worry over nothing. I feel like your intuition is going to be confirmed about something here. And I think that your gut already told you what was going to happen, but I think that you weren't listening, or that you're like, nah, I can't work out that way. Things like that don't work out for me. And I think that you ended up worrying about it a lot. Tell me about climbing towards success. We've got the 10 of Wands. It feels like you're going to have to drop something. Leo, you can't carry it all. I know that you think you can. You are pretty tough. But I'm going to say that you can't carry it all up the ladder. And what that means is you're going to have to drop the things that have been burdening you and then ascend for success. But where you're going, I don't think you can take whatever's burdening you. We'll find out what that is when I come back and clarify. Tell me about the unsettled times and the need to plan ahead. It's a temporary problem. Whatever this unsettled time is for you, it's temporary. So we won't worry about it. I think it's great worry over nothing. We've got the Two of Cups. So unsettled times. It could be an unsettled time in relationship for you. You could be this could be a platonic or a romantic relationship, but this is a deepened bond. So this is someone you probably have an emotional connection to, whether this is a friend, a member of the family, or a romantic thing. But it feels like there's something in the relationship that's going on that makes it unsettled, and that it's almost like you're planning ahead for the worst, it feels like. But this is a temporary problem, so maybe you're sort of spinning it out of control. It doesn't feel like it's as big a problem as you think it is. Like, it doesn't feel like a friendship ending or a relationship ending problem. I'll put down a couple cards here. We're going to talk about things that might come up in the rest of your month here. Tell me about Leo. We've got the Seven of Wands. And the King of Pentacles is in the reverse. So it does feel like for the rest of the month, I'm going to say it's a good idea for you to go over your finances, go over your work stuff, anything that has to do with home, health, hearth. Where are you getting your food? Where are you getting your money? Where are you getting your mortgage payments, the car payments? It feels like when the King of Pentacles goes inward to me, like to me the reverse King of Pentacles is going inward to do the checks and balances. It feels like there's something here that could be financially unsettled. And it feels like it's a temporary thing, but it feels like you might be dealing with this probably later in the month, because it feels like there's a block to your finances. Now, that could be like there's, they take 2 mortgage payments and you've got to straighten it out. It feels like you have to do all the heavy lifting or all of the hard work. It says here you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life, but there is a broken bridge, an unsuccessful outcome. You're dealing with somebody who's arrogant. So it could be someone who's handling your money. It could be like someone who is handling a loan, someone who is handling important banking things, mortgages, things like that. And I'm not saying that people who do that work are arrogant, but it says here an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So you could be dealing in some sort of unsettled time financially, and all you need is to have to come up against a jerk like that. So it feels like that there is something, it says here an unsuccessful outcome to a problem, and I think this person is in the way of you having a successful outcome, because it says that you're on the right road, right? The desk says pay attention to your work. So make sure that you know what is yours. And I mean, if you are somebody who has Taurus energy, you're going to know where your money's at, right? You're going to know what's going out, what's coming in. And Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, you're likely to know what's going on. But it does feel like somebody here is questioning, is there a block on my account? Like, what's going on here? And that's what it feels like. Tell me more about Leo. I think your intuition is going to be confirmed on something here. We've got the 8 of Wands. You'll probably get some sort of communication, or something is about to move quickly. And I feel like it is something that is going to confirm your suspicions here. Again, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is, again, quick moving energy. And we've got the 9 of Wands. This energy of the 9 of Wands, I feel like by the time your intuition is confirmed, Leo, on whatever we're talking about at the beginning of the week, it feels like you're over it. I'm going to say that you're burnt out. You're not interested in putting any more energy, time, or effort into this. I'm going to say with the Knight of Wands and the 9 of Wands, that's 10. It feels like once your intuition is confirmed, you're able to drop whatever burden you've been carrying here. It feels like you, at the beginning of the week, you quickly get some sort of information that you've been worrying about. Whatever it is you've been worrying about, you're going to get some sort of confirmation on your intuition about what's been going on. And I feel like you get to drop it with the 9 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. It does feel like, though, it was a little bit wobbly. I'm going to say it was like a little bit uncertain, or, the Knight of Wands doesn't offer much stability. So it was like in and out. You're not really sure what happened, but you're glad that your intuition is confirmed that there wasn't a problem. So it was really worry over nothing. We do have the 10 of Wands here as well, though it carries on to the middle of the week. So it feels like, I want to say that at the beginning of the week, it doesn't feel like that this burden just starts at the beginning of the week. It feels like things are uncertain, and you come into the week with things being uncertain and unsettled, right? And it feels like you're finally going to get some communication that's going to clear some of this up here. So it says here, climbing towards success. What is this? We've got the Hermit energy. We've got the King of Wands. And we've got the 3 of Wands. So there is success coming in the future. This could be about work. We've got Hermit energy here, but it doesn't have to be. It says climbing towards success. It could be success in anything. Success is in the future, and I feel like you're inspired to go get it. The Hermit energy tells me that you have maybe been bumping around in the dark. I would say bumping into things. It feels like you've gone into Hermit energy or keeping to yourself. Maybe, you're the king of alone time or the queen of alone time, right? You love to keep yourself apart from people sometimes. It feels like you're trying to figure something out that's really heavy. I'm going to say with the Hermit energy and the Ten of Wands here, that you've been carrying around something that feels really heavy and you're inspired to finally let it go in the middle of the week. It feels like you now are looking forward to the future, and this is climbing the ladder to success. You're finally successfully dropping something or letting it go. It does feel like the beginning of the week is going to be a bit tumultuous for you, that things are going to feel unsettled for you at times, and it doesn't just feel like it could be money, or it doesn't feel like it just could be, we've got a lot of wands here, taking action. It does feel like it's something that you've been carrying around with you, and by midweek, you're finally just feeling the success of letting it go and looking forward into the future instead of looking back here to try and figure out how that went sideways so quickly. Let's talk about unsettled times, need a plan to get ahead, and a temporary problem. Feels like something that you thought was going to be plaguing you forever. It turns out to be quite temporary. We have the Ace of Swords, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Two of Swords. Okay. So it feels like you're getting clarity on some sort of deepened connection. It's an emotional connection. It's an emotional bond that you have with someone. We could be talking about a family member, or we could be talking about someone that you have a romantic connection to, that you are getting clarity on whether we're moving in or not. Are we going to the next stage of our relationship? Because we do have the Four of Wands here. We have a couple of people standing here, right? Yeah, got a couple of people standing here in stable energy. They're doing it together. So it feels like we could be talking about somebody here who is going to ask someone else to move in with them. Maybe you are, maybe someone's going to ask you to move in with them, but it feels like there's going to be a really important decision on your plate by the weekend, by the end of the week. It feels like there is, it feels like this is a very temporary problem, but it feels like it's also unsettling. It's something that you didn't plan for, that you couldn't have planned for. It feels like someone might try and get some clarity from you and ask you to do that. But listen, if there's one thing I know about a fixed sign, and one thing I know about Leo for sure, is you never put Leo on the spot. I'm saying if you're the cross watcher and you're about to ask Leo to move in with you, do not do it over dinner. Do not ask them to give you an answer immediately. This is something you feed to them slowly. You spoon feed it slowly and you let them take it away and think about it and come back with their answer. If you put Leo on the spot, Leo's first answer is going to be no. So I feel, Leo, I'm supposed to tell you that I feel like you're going to get some clarity from someone that you've been seeing or deepening your bond with, or maybe it's a friend. Maybe somebody wants you to move in to a house full of people, like 4 or 5 other people. But it feels like it is in order to secure stability with you. It feels like this person puts it to you as sort of a fun way. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be celebratory. This is something that we should do. But it feels like the Two of Swords is exactly where you're at, Leo, when this comes at you. I feel like you're not really sure what to say. So be prepared to be put on the spot. Crosswatcher, if you're planning on asking somebody to marry you or asking someone to move in with you, I don't suggest that you do it all at once. Maybe do it a little bit at a time. I feel like that there is some sort of block in your finances. I don't know what that means. Let's pull a few cards and see what that means here. We've got the Empress. We've got the Six of Wands. And we've got the Page of Coins. So there is a focus on your stability, on your abundance. And it does feel like it has something to do with you're going to be feeling very defensive about something. The Page of Coins is something that's going on in the 3D that's materializing. And the Six of Wands is victory. But it does feel like with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, that first when it shows up, you're very defensive about it. It feels like, where did that $100 go? Or why did they take 2 mortgage payments? So I feel like it's like a glitch, but it feels like it works itself out pretty quickly because the 6 of Wands is here. You catch it right away, put your attention on it, and it feels like with the Empress here, the Empress makes everything better. It's stable, it's good, everybody's happy. It works out the way it's supposed to, but I feel like it's something that might be worry over nothing, but it feels like it's a glitch or something here. I'm going to talk about this here. We'll throw a couple cards on this here. This arrogant, boastful person. An unsuccessful outcome to something. What is this? We've got the 5 of Wands, arguing, fighting about something. We've got the 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. It feels like it's an old thing, I want to say, that we're fighting over something old that was never resolved. And I think that's why the unsuccessful outcome is here. Unsuccessful outcome to a problem, but it feels like we're fighting over something that's already in the past. It feels like there's arguments and fights, competition over something about nostalgia. And it might be because somebody here is like, I know better than you. I have the details. You don't have all the details. It feels like somebody here is very sure that they're on point. There's no way that I have overlooked anything. And this could very well be something about a job or money, for sure. But it feels like there is an argument about something. I don't even know why you're bringing this up at the dinner table now. We talked about this 5 years ago or 5 weeks ago. Wands are weeks for me, but cups are months as well. So it could be 6 months for some of you. For some of you, it could be 8 years ago. But I feel like there is somebody here, this rooster energy. And it says an arrogant, boastful person that you should not cross. So I don't know what that means for you, but it feels like there is going to be somebody who you're going to be arguing and fighting with, maybe having a difference of opinion or a battle with them about something that happened in the past. We're going to put down 3 cards and go to the extended. If you're interested in coming into the extended, Leo, then please look at the top of the comments. There is a pinned comment. It will give you the link if you want to purchase this outright, this extended if you're interested. It will also give you a link to the membership area where you'll get at least 4 of the extendeds per month if you're only watching for one sign. If you're watching for more, then you'll get more, of course. You're watching for more signs. Also, if you're interested in private reads, I am doing private reads that are private, private reads that are live. Also, private reads that are pre-recorded. I'm finally caught up on all of those private reads. So if you're interested, please go look at the Hypsee link. You'll see my timetable there. You will get a discount just for simply booking ahead. And I've been having fun talking to people live. And let's find out what's going on. We'll put down 3 more cards and we'll go into the extended. Leo, we've got the 7 of Cups. We've got the 9 of Cups. And we've got the Strength card. Oh, you know what? I went from the 7 to the 9. The first thing I thought was 2. The 2 of Cups is here. Between 7 and 9 is 2. And so I feel like something that was very confusing or overwhelming is about to become clear about the 2 of Cups. And it's going to end up, I feel, in the 9 of Cups. So I feel like we're going to end up happy with the answer. Things are going to be happy. It feels like that somebody had the courage to say something here about this. And this is where I was saying that somebody might ask you to move in, ask you to marry them. Are we taking this to the next level? It feels like that. And so it feels like first it starts with confusion. And then after a little bit of thinking about the 2 cups in between, I feel like you make a decision about what you're going to do. And it feels like you're going to have courage here. This is your card, right? Strength, you're going to have courage and maybe take a leap. We're gonna look in the extended. We're going to clarify all of this and find out exactly what's going on, get you some more details. I'm going to go for now, and I'll be in the extended if that's where you want to be. And if not, if this is where we part, then that's cool, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. Take care. Thanks, Leo. Bye-bye.